What's up, gang? I have got a few things in my hands here. What I'm going to talk to you about today is something that has really been grinding my gears about these Range Rovers, which is the fact that they don't have a physical dipstick, and you rely upon an electronic sensor to tell you on your dashboard your oil level. Well, I did a video a few weeks or months back, however long ago that was, comparing the oil extraction from the top to the bottom and how much oil that takes out. Now, one of those methods extracted more oil, even though when we started the process, both cars, so I did it on mine and then my brother's SDV8, on both cars, the oil level read the same inside the car on the dash. And so we thought at the time, well, they had the same amount of oil in them, and yet one method removed more oil. So we thought, hey, that must be the better method of removing oil. But then I got lots of comments and I started thinking about it. I did some more research and I thought, do you know what? It's pretty unrealistic to think that one method of removing oil would remove so much more than the other method. And so I started reading about the oil level sensors and I figured, hey, maybe these are not that accurate. And it turns out they're probably not that accurate. Particularly, you know, this has done 120,000 miles. It's, how old is it now? 12 years old. And so, you know, sensors go wrong, we know this. And so the likelihood is, in my mind, perhaps the sensor isn't reading correctly on one of the cars. And then I thought to myself, well, I want to know how much oil is in the thing. And obviously you can measure it when you put it in, which is obviously a very good thing to do. But surely you can create some sort of physical dipstick, right? And so I did some research, and that is what I am going to show you here. All that you need to do this job is, number one, a set of pliers, cutters, some bass guitar strings. I bought the cheapest possible pack. You don't need to buy expensive ones, just get the cheapest ones. If anything, they're better, because as a guitarist, more expensive guitar strings often come with a coating on them, which you probably don't want, whereas the cheapest ones, they're just literally steel guitar strings. You don't need the full pack, but it's like £5 for a pack of cheap strings on Amazon. You need a tape measure and you need a marker pen. Marker pen, I mean, this is open to interpretation. Any other ideas when I show you how I do this, feel free to let me know. But yeah, let's get started here. So underneath the bonnet of this magnificent beast, we've got a little working area. Now, what I'm about to show you is useful for the SDV8s. The same method, I'm sure, can be used on the 5 litres and the SDV6s, but the measurements that I'm going to share with you are only relevant to the SDV8s. You've got a sucky tube here to suck your oil out of if you're doing the top suction method when you do your services. That is the tube that we are going to be using to put our dipstick down. Now this tube has lots of bends and is a bit of a funny route, and so the guitar strings that you get in a pack, you get in 4 sizes, thickest to thinnest. Now yesterday I tried this with the 2 thickest ones, thinking the thicker the better, right? But actually the thick ones just don't go all the way down, it's too bendy. So you want to use the second thinnest string, all right? That one seems to go down the best, which, yeah, so that is that basically. Let me just zoom in on this quickly so I can show you the tube that we're going to be using. I'm sure you know where it is, but there it is, next to the filler cap. This is a little bayonet fitting. Unscrew, and then there's your little sucky tube, which we're going to be putting the dipstick down. Now this dipstick is not one that you want to leave. Hang on, there we go. What have I done here? This is not a dipstick to leave in the car. This is just for when you do your oil services, or if ever you want to just check your level basically. So first things first, let's get a guitar string. I'm actually showing you on the skinniest guitar string here from start to finish how to do it. But the optimal one, as I said before, is the second skinniest or the third fattest. All right, that's finished, that's complete. That is my dipstick there. But anyway, first thing to do, you'll unravel your guitar string like this, and you want to get the end about somewhere down it like that. Just put a little 90-degree kink in it. All right. So the measurement that we're going to be taking is from this point here down the string. And when you insert this down into the tube, you just want to, the top of the tube, the sucky tube, you want to just butt up against the 90-degree there. All right. So that's the first thing. Then you want to get your tape measure. Now mine has this wonderful little magnet on the end here, which means that I can just magnetize my guitar string to the end, and then I can take my measurements. So take your tape out, put it out to 1 meter, lay it down on your tape, and then what you want to do is first you want to mark, make sure this is butted up against the end there. The first thing you want to do is you want to mark it at 84 centimeters, or if you're in America, even though you don't have this engine in America, the SDV8, so these measurements are not relevant to you guys. I think you just have the 3-litre diesel and the 5-litre petrol, so you'll have to figure your own world out there. But anyway, this measurement, 84 centimeters or 33 inches, is the measurement from the top of your sucky tube to the bottom of, it won't be the sump, but it'll be the bottom of the sucky where it goes to. All right, so you can cut at 84, or you can just cut it a bit shorter. It doesn't really matter that, but we'll just cut it at 84. Boop. Make sure your string doesn't go anywhere you don't want it, the end of it. Throw that over there. Oh, that's lost forever. Now, the next important measurements. Let me zoom in on what I'm doing here. Oh, I've got the flash on, that's fantastic. So you've got 76 centimeters, or 30 inches roughly, is going to be your low level. And then 70 centimeters is going to be your high level, or where you want to see your oil level, essentially, is around the 70 centimeters mark. So let's mark those. So what do we say? 76 was the low, and 70 is your high. Now, I'm going to probably have it just shy of the very high mark. So I'll probably look to have my oil level at about 71 centimeters. But they're marked. Let's just mark them around better. Now this, I don't know whether there's a better way of doing this, but at the moment I'm just using red marker pen. It seems to stay on. So 70 centimeters is your high. You've got to make sure that your 90 degree is properly lapped over at the other end of the tape measure. 70 centimeters, 76 centimeters, or 30 inches for your low level and 27.5 inches for your high level. Alrighty. So for this next bit, you're going to want a piece of blue roll. Pop that baby down. And you want to get your, I'm going to use the string, not that I just made on this video, because the skinny size literally doesn't go down the hole. But I'm going to get my correct, complete string that I made yesterday, which is, like I said before, the third thickest or the second skinniest string. All right. Now this actually does have another mark on it, but I'll explain that in a moment. Get your string, pump it all the way down your sucky tube, and it will get tight in places. You just got to be persistent and get it in there. There we go. Until it goes to the 90 degree, where you've put that bend at the end of the string there. Now suck it out, and in an ideal world you'd be able to read the level off this, and you sort of can, but it's not super easy to see where the level is. So there's the low mark, there's the high mark, but you can't really see the oil on it. So this is why you've got the blue roll. So just pop it down onto your blue roll, and you might be able to see, roll it to the side. I'm going to do this on the thing. Yeah, you can't really see because I've been moving around there, but it prints out the oil level where it is. So there's your low, there's your high, and I'm smack bang in the middle of it. All right, nice and easy. So there it is, guys. We have completed the task of making an oil level dipstick, a physical, real one, which is much better than a sensor, in my opinion. What I haven't told you is the measurements for an SDV6 or for the 5 litre. That's because I don't know what those measurements are and I've not researched it. But if they don't exist online, if nobody has done this for those engines, then maybe what you could do is, if you create a dipstick like I've done without marking it, if your dash level sensor is reading and you have faith in it, let's say, for example, you've got an SDV6 and it's reading full on the dash, dip your vehicle and note down the measurement of where the oil level is reading, and just pop it in the comments and just say, I've got an SDV6, my full level dash, my dash is reading full and my measurement is X. And then, yeah, hopefully other people can go in and do the same. And then over time, we'll be able to see, okay, most people are, reading 70 centimeters on an SDV6 at full. So that's where we need to be looking for. And the same with the 5 litres, right? But yeah, this, just as a disclaimer here, this video is for entertainment purposes only. And if you blow up your SDV8 because of me, then it's not my problem. All right? Don't leave your dipstick in the car. This is just for when you're doing if you just want to check. All right? Good luck. Enjoy your Range Rovers.